How you doing? Gary David Currie here once again. Speaking my mind out in the great outdoors. I'm going to say this because I say it on every video just in case people don't know. Musician, writer, artist, hardworking guy. Just a person who cares about the world, state of the world, and people, and humanity, and everything that goes along with life. Today I'm going to address what I see as the core problem that humanity faces right now. I've talked about it before, being fear, but the result of that fear is religion. A belief in God, a deity, something beyond the natural world. Which to me is ridiculous because all we have is the natural world. It's anything in this supernatural realm that people pretend exists, but really doesn't exist, because if it did, it would all be part of reality. To me, this is simple, and I just don't understand why people aren't willing to face it and get it. I do know that they don't get it and won't face it because it's based on fear, and that's why they grab onto it. But the answer is simple when it comes to God. We don't know. I don't know if God exists or not. Any God. And how many gods are there? Man, just within Christianity alone, there's 38,000 denominations. Take any religion, and we have the four main religions of the world: Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and Hinduism, and all the other millions of other little sects. And you could talk to any one person within each one of those religions, and you're going to get different opinions, different answers, different views, different ways of looking at things. This should be a really big clue that God, whatever God you believe in, probably doesn't exist. I'm not saying for sure because I don't know. But there is no indication, no good, credible, verifiable evidence based on how we understand evidence that God exists. And quite frankly, we just need to stop. Stop believing in this. Stop taking it as true. Stop using the excuse of faith. It's just ridiculous. And you can get all pissed off at me and tell me I'm insulting you or hating your religion or bashing you or whatever. Because, you know, throughout my blog, which is at www.thefreeman.net under journal, I've written about this many times, and I just don't participate in what I consider to be a delusion. I don't talk about whether Jesus existed or not beyond maybe one blog post, because it's just ridiculous to me, because we'll never know. It's all fantasy unless God presented itself to us. And for a supernatural, all-powerful deity being, it really wouldn't be that hard. Just align a bunch of stars up in the sky and say, I'm here. You know, that's going to be pretty good evidence, and I'm going to start to take note. But any of the gods of man that we believe in are clearly based on our own wishful thinking, our own desires, our own fear of death, fear of crops not coming in, fear of blaming something, fear of finding an answer. And today, we have better answers to how did we get here. And they might not be true either, but we're getting closer to understanding. So really, we just need to stop all this nonsense and all the hatred, bigotry, and harm that believing in those lies breeds. See it all around the world. And today we have certain Islamic people upset because someone spoke out against them or drew a picture of their prophet. Come on. Just silliness. Just stop. Put away your cookbook, your holy book, your beliefs, and start grabbing on to what is probably true, what is reality. I know it scares the shit out of you. I'm sorry, but it's just what it is. I'm not going to get into this because I don't give it legitimacy. Why should I? There's no good reason. I don't care if you had an experience. I don't care if your aunt and uncle say it's the greatest thing in the world. It's a testimony, and we can offer testimony on all sorts of things that we don't take as true. So why these particular beliefs, or delusions as I like to call them, because that's all they are. They're in the realm of fantasy, which is really something only that's in our minds, something we've created to appease whatever emotional desire we have for that particular moment. And then we go on and on and on with it. So this just needs to stop. We need to stop believing in things that we have no good evidence to believe in, and no good reasons. Really, I have not heard one good reason to believe in God, any God. So stop. Just stop. Stop breeding all this hatred and harm and telling homosexuals they can't get married and bringing it into our politics and into our lives. You know, as a global world, we need to just let this go. We need to grow up, and this is the problem. This is 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 year old thinking. And come on, this is 2012. We have scientific advancements that just put all this to rest. So just stop, please. Just think for a moment and say, you know, I really don't know. How can I? And then go from there. Say, I might like it to be true. And look, let me clarify something right away. I respect and I will fight for your right to believe in whatever you want to believe in. But if those beliefs are causing harm in any way, I'm going to fight to stop that as well. And that's what I'm doing. So just stop. God is probably not true. We have no good reason to believe in it. So just stop all this bickering, fighting, and arguing and harm that arises from these beliefs in these books that then tell you you have to do this and that and this and that in order to get into your heaven and in order to have a good life, and this is the way I should live my life and everything. Come on, we can think about this stuff without having God or these unknown answers in the mix. The true test is this: where is God? Any God. If there is a God and you say you've seen God, then you should be able to show me that God exists. Or even further than that, God should be able to show me and tell me. So just stop. Stop. Thanks for listening.